Yeah, yeah. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Yeah, defend your gen. Let the fun begin. Defend your gen. Then we'll do it again. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Oh, hello there.
Hello, welcome back to Defend Your Gen, the podcast where one millennial and one Gen Xer battle it out to prove whose generation had the better childhood. Me. Every week we revisit the movies, TV shows, music, toys, snacks, and pop culture that made us who we are. Whether you're rooting for Team Millennial or Team Gen X, we're glad you're here. So sit back, get comfortable, and let's take another trip down memory lane.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. Like all of our episodes in the past, we are going to start with our favorite movie, TV show, or cartoon. So, what do you got?
Oh, passing it over to me this time to
Yeah.
kick it off. I get it. Okay. Well, I did some heavy thinking on this one, and I came up with one of my favorite movies of all time, and that's The Goonies
Oh, yeah.
from 1985. A
Okay.
couple of fun facts about the Goons, and most of them are still alive. Actually, the Goonies, they're all still alive, right?
Who
Yeah.
played the monster guy?
Well, I mean, like, yeah, he's dead. Yeah, because he was
Oh.
he was actually,
Just like so obviously, oh, he's gone.
yeah, and I think, in fact, one of the brothers died too recently. Anyway,
Oh,
no, but yeah, that guy was played by John Matuzak, the monster dude,
yeah.
and he was also an Oakland Raider. Well, back in the day, it was like
Oh,
a different
wow.
a different city, but yeah, he was a football player. And then he started appearing in a few movies and stuff. Had a
That's
little
so
movie
cool.
career. It was very
That's
cool,
a that's
actually.
a whole fun fact. Wow.
If you saw him like without makeup, you wouldn't
Yeah,
know. I mean, you wouldn't know who that
I'm
was.
sure.
Yeah. But the pirate ship was a full size set, measuring roughly 105 feet long. But the cool thing about it is the actors were kept from seeing it until their reactions could be filmed live.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, so that's really cool. And another fun fact is the famous octopus scene was cut from the U.S. theatrical version, which makes Data's line about the octopus near the end hilariously confusing because you're like, what the hell is he talking about? Yeah. So a lot of
That's
people haven't
cool.
even seen that footage. Of course I have because, I'm a goon. So,
I'm a goon.
yeah. Did you like that movie?
Yeah, I remember seeing it as a kid, but that's it. So I definitely need to revisit that.
Oh,
So
yeah. I
many things,
revisited it many, many, many times.
of course. Yeah, I need to watch that, Lost Boys, so
No,
many
no,
other
we don't have
classics.
time for your list. Your list is long and distinguished.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Yeah. So what do you
Okay,
got to go up against the Goonies?
something completely different, but it is still a pillar in pop culture, at least for me, and that is my favorite TV show this week, and that's going to be TRL, Total Request Live.
Wow, is it still on?
So,
No.
no, I wish. Oh God, I wish. No. But it premiered September 14th of 98 on MTV and was hosted by Carson Daly, of course. I just
98.
remember, right? It feels like so long ago. I was only 4, but obviously I probably was a little bit older by the time I started watching it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I just remember how like exciting it was to find like the number one video, like how fans voted for it, and there would always be like these huge stars like NSYNC, Britney, Christina, Eminem,
Right.
Blink 182. Shout out Blink 182. Boop boop.
Right.
They were on it a lot, and I just remember, looking at like the audience members because they would like pan, to the audience, and all these girls would be going crazy, and I just would want to be one so bad. And I remember wanting to like live in New York City and, go to Times Square and see all these celebrities, but you know, not so lucky in SoCal.
That was a small audience too. It seemed like there was like 50 girls in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, very small audience, but then they would show like the outside and there would be even more people on the outside with like posters. It's crazy. I would have loved
And
to be there.
wasn't the audience like sitting on the floor too, basically?
I don't remember that, but they could have been. I thought they were like in a couple rows of seating,
Okay.
but I don't know. I'll have to look back.
Yeah. I thought it was
But I
very like
love TRL.
it was very like, you know, let's get comfy on the floor. Somebody's coming in. But
Kumbaya.
yeah, basically, yeah.
Oh man, I would have loved that.
TRL. Yeah. Um, I think I'm gonna take the W with Goonies. I don't know. I mean, Goonies is a classic.
Yes, yeah.
You
It
can't
is,
mess
it
with the
is.
Goon.
Mm-hmm.
The
All right,
Goon.
let's move on to favorite actor or actress. Who you got?
I want you to go first.
Okay. I am going to pick kind of another perfect millennial heartthrob, if you will. I think that obviously this person is very popular for the time. Probably not really anymore. Yeah, not really anymore. But um, I feel like he might not necessarily be everyone's first choice or second choice. Maybe like a third. But it is Freddie Prinze Jr.
Oh
So
yeah.
he's super popular, but I feel like he's kind of forgotten about a little bit. But my favorite movies that he's been in is She's All That. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Love that movie. And
Scooby-Doo.
live action of Scooby Doo. Yes, I love that. And then there's another one I've never heard of called Summer Catch. So I got to add it to my
Yep.
long, long list.
I
I
saw
have
it.
no
It was
idea what
pretty.
it's about.
It was actually pretty decent. It was about baseball.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I guess my fun fact is really that he met his wife, Sarah Michelle Gellar,
hmm
filming. I know what you did last summer, and they've been married since 2002, and they're still going strong. So good for
Yeah.
them.
Actually, they're getting a divorce.
Shut up. Sorry to break the news. This
Yeah,
just
exactly.
in.
This just in.
Extra, extra.
No, I like Freddie Prinze Jr. He was just in the reboot of the I Know What You Did Last Summer. In fact, Sarah Michelle Gellar was in it too.
Awesome. That's
Um,
so cool. I want to see it.
yeah, it wasn't very good, but I watched it.
It wasn't very good.
But
I would
there he
pick
was.
Matthew Lillard really over
Oh
Freddie Prinze
man,
Jr. To be
Alex.
fair, I
Yeah,
should have done it on him.
you really should have, because then we could have talked about Without a Paddle. That was a really funny movie.
Yeah, and the what is it called? 13 Ghosts? Is that what he was in?
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
13
13
Ghosts
Ghosts
was.
was really see, I should have just did it on him.
We're talking about him anyway, so there you go, right?
True, true. It's a twofer.
Dude, 13 Ghosts. I don't, I don't know. I ended up with like a DVD just floating around my house, no case or anything, and it was
Oh,
13 Ghosts, and I just would pop it in once in a while. That was such an original, cool idea, and
yeah.
everybody in that was really cool. It was like, dude, this is like such a concept for a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I told you about it, and then you watched it, and you were like, whoa, because
Yeah. I just remember that was so good. Dang. And now, yeah. Anyway, let's go to your pick. Who do you got?
So before I say who I have, there is a little fun fact about Freddie Prinze Jr. that I remember, but it's not really about him, but it's kind of in
Okay.
Scooby Doo. In Scooby Doo, I think it might have been Scooby Doo 2. I don't know, but remember Seth Green was in it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what his character's name was?
Ooh, I don't.
His character's name, I believe, was Ron Wisely,
What?
which is your grandfather's name.
No shit.
Yeah. I was like, why did they pick Wisely? It's such an odd name because that's our name. So I was like, I never heard that in
Right.
a movie before. The only other Wisely that I know that was, has any sort of fame attached to it is Jordan Wisely from MTV
Of
Challenge.
course. Yes.
But I was like,
Love
whoa,
him.
yeah, you should look that up and fact check me. But
Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty
Okay.
cool. So, my favorite actor or actress this week is the incomparable Winona Ryder.
Ooh.
Yeah. Fun fact about Winona Ryder, she was only 17 years old when Beetlejuice came out in 1988.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes Lydia Dietz,
Whose
her character,
character
one of
is
the defining teen characters of the era. She was amazing. And she still is. Stranger Things, love that character in Stranger Things. But I also love
Oh,
Stranger Things, period.
okay. You were very, very close.
Oh, dang.
It's actually Patrick Wisely.
Patrick Wisely. Okay.
That is
All
so
right.
cool though. Sorry, I had
Yeah.
to fact check.
So it's like a mix between Patrick Starfish and Ron Wisely. Okay, I get it.
Totally.
Another fun fact about Winona. Um, she followed up Beetlejuice with like immediately with Heathers in '89, which was also
Oh,
amazing. I don't know
I've
if you've
never
ever.
seen that.
So if you like her or Christian Slater, you got to see that
Yeah,
movie
I
because it
know.
was just they knocked it out of the park. And to be so young, her and Christian, and get a lineup of those kind of movies back to back to back was just kind of ridiculous. Because the '80s was one of those time periods where you can get your hands on a good script without even looking, you know.
Hmm.
But you know, it became another Gen X cult classic. I looked it up. She has over 70 acting credits in her career,
Wow.
and obviously loves working with Tim Burton. Although she was quoted as saying that the best director in the world is Martin Scorsese. I mean, a lot of people wouldn't
Hmm.
argue with that, right?
Yeah,
Um, he's definitely top 10. But yeah, Winona Ryder.
very
Boom.
cool. I love it.
And she's still
Okay.
relevant.
Yes, which is important
Yeah.
because, it just shows how iconic she is, really. And
She will not be my Where Are They Now today.
yeah. Okay, well, let's move on to our favorite song or band. This
Let's.
time I chose just a song because to me it's kind of like a one-hit wonder. I don't know anything else by them, and it is the song Love Fool by the Cardigans.
Oh, thank God you didn't choose who I chose. Okay.
Oh, okay. It was released in 1996 on the band's album First Band on the Moon, and it became a huge international hit. In the US, it reached number 21 on the Billboard Hot 100. What's funny is that the song actually sounds cheerful and upbeat, but the lyrics are basically begging someone to, love them, so it's actually pretty depressing.
Let me love
Um,
you.
yeah, fun fact, the Cardigans are actually a Swedish band, so this wasn't an American pop group at all. They came out of Sweden and somehow ended up giving one of, the most US recognizable songs of the 90s. So,
By the way, I love that song. Love it, love
oh
it.
yeah.
When I
Mhm.
was making, well, my version of mixtape in the '90s, when I was burning CDs, that
Yep.
song was almost always on the CDs that I burned
Mhm.
because it was just so good.
Love me, love
I
me.
know. I mean,
So
who
good.
that's there's. I mean, they should have been so much bigger. I don't know that they were. Maybe they were a one-hit wonder, but they did have other songs.
Okay. I
They,
didn't look
they,
into it, but yeah, I'm sure because that one was so good that it probably opened up more opportunities for them, but they just could never get the success, that
yeah,
they.
it would be interesting if you actually did your homework, so we could have some follow-up questions.
Hey,
You know.
hey, hey, it's not I didn't choose them for Where Are They Now. So
Okay.
maybe next
Okay.
week.
Fair enough. Fair enough. My favorite band slash song is "Take on Me" by Aha. And
Mhm.
how many times have I talked about this song?
Oh, a lot. I love it. It's one of my favorites.
So the iconic pencil sketch video used a technique called rotoscoping and reportedly took months to complete.
Ooh.
Now, I'm a straight man, okay? But I have to say that Morton Harkett, when he was young in that
Mhm.
video, one of the sexiest men I've ever seen in
For
my life.
real. It's very Patrick Swayze. I love it.
Yeah, that, but better. I mean, he was just like,
Ah!
dude, I'm just saying, if you go back and look at that video, he's like the
I know,
perfect
I can
human.
see the video in my head. Like, I
He
don't
was
need.
ridiculously good looking, right?
Yeah.
But
Yes,
you know,
very.
also all those Scandinavian people. Like I was in the airport the other day when we were coming home from seeing you,
Yeah.
and there was two Scandinavian dudes. I don't know if they're from Switzerland or whatever, and they were some of the best looking men I've ever seen in my life.
Did
I
you
was
go
just,
up and did you go up to them and be like, "I'm straight, but, like, you are fine."
hey, you were some fine ass dudes. I did not, but I did tell Jody, and she was like, "Yeah, you're right," because they were like models. They were tan. They spoke, you know, that like it was like
Are you
German,
sure
but
you're straight? No.
nah. I used to be, but
I'm straight.
I used to could. But
Oh my
no,
god.
take on me. It was just amazing. I mean, it wasn't an immediate American smash, but it was
Okay.
re-recorded and re-released before the famous video helped propel it to number one in the U.S. Yeah, it was a number one hit, and
Mhm.
I just think that it was so well done. I heard the original version of the song, and it's not what you
That's what I was gonna
hear.
say.
It's not what you hear
The app.
today. So it's
Yeah.
like, ew, what is that? You know, because you can tell it was tweaked heavily. Um,
Wow.
but yeah, if you go
Was
back
it
and try
less
listening,
like poppy or something like that?
no, it was just different. It was just a different
Oh,
arrangement, and you're like, well,
okay.
that's you can tell that it's like it's from that obviously, but it's like 50% different. You're like, yeah, you guys did the right thing by changing that up. Whoever's idea that was, you know,
Okay.
because I think the original version, if you listen to it, it wouldn't have been a number one hit, and then it
Definitely gonna
needed
check that out.
that
I'm
video.
really interested.
The video was super cool, and in my opinion, it's probably the best video in the 80s. I don't know if it's the best song
Mhm.
of the 80s. I think it is, but it's definitely the best video in the 80s.
I can tell you my favorite '80s song.
What?
It's Naked Eyes,
Oh,
always
always
something there
something
to
there to
remind me.
remind me.
That's my
Yeah.
favorite song. And well, it's like a tie between Toto's Africa and that song. I'll always say that.
Yeah. Toto's Africa was like a masterpiece.
I mean, oh my god, oh my god. But they're
You got to,
they're not a
you got
one
to hear it
time.
live. You got to hear it live because I
Oh,
brought you
I
to the
know.
Toto concert,
Incredible. Incredible
and then
concert.
and then Weezer redid it, which they did a really good job too.
Yes, they did.
I just had my Weezer shirt on yesterday, and I went to a restaurant, and the girl's like, "Oh, I love your shirt." The girl that worked there, and then I told her
Oh,
about a
cool.
concert I went to that had Weezer and Green Day and Fall Out Boy. It was the Hella Mega Tour.
Oh, I didn't know about that, I don't think.
Yeah, it was in San Diego. It was a while back.
You've seen so many shows, I cannot even keep up.
I'm kind of a big deal. Okay, let's move on.
Okay. All right. Our fourth category is our favorite snack, or drink. And mine, I'm sure you will remember this because we were very obsessed with these, and these are Nestle's Wonder Balls.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. So they were originally launched in the 1990s. I couldn't get an actual date, but they were originally called Nestle's Magic Ball and later changed to Wonder Ball. It's basically a chocolate ball with candy inside, very
Hmm.
similar to today's Kinder eggs.
But
So
wouldn't you
that's
like
cool.
smash them?
Yeah, you can totally like smash them. I don't think I necessarily did that, but
No,
there's
you were
candy
always too like
inside.
careful with stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I was a pretty good kid. But at first they did have like little Disney toys because I looked up the like original commercials and they had like little figurines of like Simba and stuff like that. But then of course due to choking hazards they switched that with candy.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I
yeah,
remember
those are some
those.
of my favorite things to get like at Walmart like give me a Wonder Ball, Dad.
Yeah, maybe they'll come back out with them.
They have I think a couple of times, but I mean, it's kind of basically just the same thing as a Kinder egg, so
Just bigger.
you know, yeah.
That's cool. My favorite snack slash candy this week is Big League Chew. And they
Mm,
actually still have it, but I think they've changed their formula. It doesn't taste the same, but I mean, they always do that with everything, candy bars and stuff, you know,
yep.
because they probably use cancerous stuff. And then later on, they're like, oh, we better change this shit before somebody catches on, or there's a class action or something, right?
Yep.
Anyway, Big League Chew debuted in 1980 and it was created by minor league pitcher Rob Nelson. And I loved the grape flavor. It was so nostalgic, just the flavor.
Ooh.
I can taste it right now.
Oh,
Um,
I don't think I've ever tried the grape flavor.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
so it comes in a big bag. It's shredded like tobacco, basically, but it has, like either strawberry or grape or cherry. And I think that was pretty much it. There wasn't like a ton of flavors. But yeah, it was a shredded gum intentionally packaged in a pouch that resumed chewing tobacco, a
Mm-hmm.
concept that probably wouldn't make it through a marketing meeting quite as easily today.
Nope.
Yeah, 'cause tobacco is obviously frowned upon. So, you
Yeah, it's
know,
like those candy cigarettes that I loved.
they still make those.
Oh,
You can get them
well, that's
in like
interesting.
nostalgic candy shops and stuff anywhere you go.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense that it's not like as easily accessible.
No, you're not getting them at 7-Eleven or something or Walmart.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
well, similar but different.
Yeah. The
Okay,
problem is the flavor would never last. So you dip in there, you get a shred of it, and you
uh-huh.
chew it, and it's like a lot of gum, obviously, I guess. 2, 3 minutes later, like
Mhm.
I got a wad of rubber in my mouth I'm gonna spit out.
Right. Mhm. A
But
lot of
other than
gum is
that,
like that.
I know. There's not too many brands or flavors actually like last a while.
Oh, but Hubba Bubba was good. That was
You remember
flavorful.
Bubblicious?
Oh, Bubblicious and Hubba Bubba. Yeah, those were really good actually in the
Do you remember
90s.
Bubble Yum?
Bubble Yum, yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. So a lot of bubbles in the names.
Yeah, and
Hubba
a lot
Bubba
of
Bubblicious. Hubba Bubba
just gum
Bubblicious Bubble
brands.
Yum. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, be a rapper.
All right.
Okay, our next category is our favorite toy or game.
I'll
I
go.
chose what?
I'll go first.
Oh, okay, go, go. I was like, what? You'll go? Okay, cool.
So mine this week is going to be, and I'm sure you've played it because everyone in the world has, Simon.
Ooh, okay. Love Simon.
Very, very simple, very sleek, very attainable, and very
Yeah.
easy to learn. But there was always that one person who like was super smart and super good at it, and they could go like 20, 30 levels. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It debuted in 1978 and became one of the biggest electronic toys of early Gen X era. I mean, every household had one, right?
Yep.
It's four color sequence. Game. Well, do you remember the colors?
Yeah, red, blue, green, yellow.
Was it yellow or orange?
Yellow.
Wait, was it yellow? Okay. It was inspired by the Atari arcade game Touch Me, but Simon, yeah, you couldn't get away with a game called that anymore either.
Touch me. Touch
But
me, Simon?
Simon added lights and musical tones that made it far more memorable. I had the Simon, I think it was called Super Simon, where it had eight,
What?
and it was kind of like rectangle, and on one side it had four paddles, and on the other side it had the other four colors, and it was those colors you just said, but it also added like it was like red, it was like Roy G. Biv kind of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and there was one more like orange or whatever. No, I said orange. I don't
Wow,
know.
that's cool.
Must have been
I don't
pink
know if
maybe,
there was
but
really yellow in the original. I just feel like I could see yellow instead of orange in the
yeah.
original. I
So there
don't
was
know.
four. So basically, I think you could set it up as a two-player game also, where you stand on one side and the other person on the other side, and
Whoa.
maybe it was the same on with
Uh-huh.
that situation. You both had the same four colors, which would have been kind of dumb. Eight colors is like way better memory, right?
Wow, I did not know that there was a Super Simon.
Yeah, it's like eight colors is way more challenging. You know what I
Heck
just
yeah.
thought of? I think next week I'm gonna do Bop It, but that's your generation.
Ooh, pop it, flick it,
Yeah, I
stick
should do
it,
a defense.
switch
I should
it.
do a talking trash on Bop It.
Oh my gosh, I'm ready.
All right,
Okay,
what's
well,
your favorite toy or game?
my pick is probably not as well, no, I don't want to say not as fun because it was fun. They are called Sky Dancers.
Oh, dang, I love those.
Oh yeah, okay. So they were
That
released
was
in
like,
'94. Yep, yep. Whoop whoop. They were manufactured by Galoob, later acquired by Hasbro, and they even had an animated show about them in '96.
yeah.
So the flying string pulled dolls flew in unpredictable directions, leading to over 150 injuries, including scratched corneas, broken teeth, and facial cuts. So I guess it's no wonder why they were discontinued in 2000. But they were a really cool toy from my childhood, and I mean, you remember them, so I'm sure they were fun as like an adult. So they did a couple of reboots apparently, and the most recent being in 2022. But I feel like they still probably weren't as nostalgic as I feel like the original ones are to me.
Well, that's one of the cool things about being a parent is you get to go through your childhood, and then you get to re-go through a childhood with your kid playing with their toys,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Um, I would like you to recreate a situation where someone breaks or chips their tooth on a sky
All
dancer. How do you do that?
right, you pull it,
All right,
pull
ready?
the string.
All right, here we go. Ready?
I mean, I had a chipped tooth growing up, so
I know.
it's
It
kind
was
of
not
really,
from a
really
sky
close to my
dancer. I
heart.
had nothing to do with it.
No, no, I did it twice, in fact, but that's
Yeah.
another story for another day.
Maybe
Um,
maybe you launch it and you're looking up with your mouth agape and it lands right on your tooth.
apparently, one of the hands just comes and smacks it.
Yeah, but those were soft.
I mean, how do you remember that?
Because I'm like it smacked me a few times.
Oh,
You got
either way,
some soft.
maybe the hair.
Get some soft tooth fools running around. I don't know.
Soft tooth fools. That's a cool band. Have you heard the soft tooth fools? I can't even say it.
Soft tooth fools. Yeah, that's why it's cool. My band is going to be Turtle Uprising if I ever have one.
Turtle Uprising.
Yeah,
That just sounds like TMNT, the Turtle Uprising.
kind of. Yeah, it's a sequel. All
Yeah.
right, let's move on.
Anyway, okay, we are going to move on to probably your favorite segment, which is talking trash.
It's actually probably my least favorite segment.
Honestly, it's my least favorite section too because I never know what you're going to have prepared for me.
All right,
Um,
I'm gonna go first.
okay.
I'm gonna have a little preamble, and then I'm gonna tell you what I want you to do. So,
Okay.
Gen X learned to drive manually adjusting mirrors, rolling down windows, sticking a physical key into the ignition. It was all completely normal when I grew up, okay? Modern vehicles can bury some simple functions inside touchscreens, leading to the ultimate Gen X complaint: why do I need a computer menu to turn on the damn air conditioner? So I want you to defend new car tech.
That's gonna be hard because I don't have new car tech. But
What year is your
in
car?
in 2016. So
Then
it's
you have
it's
new
10
car
years
tech.
old. Well,
Yeah.
I don't have necessarily like a touch screen or anything
Yeah,
like
but
that
it's
or
not
a
from
touch
the
to
80s.
start.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You have a point where the outdated crap is beloved by your generation, right?
Hmm.
But I feel like, especially for cars and the safety of cars, I feel like that's important when, kind of determining, let's say you have like, a teenager who's learning how to drive. I feel like those new kind of things are, they're built for safety reasons. So why not be celebrating those kinds of advances, especially when it can save lives,
That's
especially
valid.
youth. Yeah.
So, okay, so
So
you're
I'm
standing
taking that angle.
10 you're standing 10 toes on the safety angle.
Yeah, that's where I am with that. Because I
Dead
feel
ass.
like, yeah, dead ass, dead ass, dead ass. All right, at least 7 toes, maybe 8.
All right. All right. Well, you didn't chip your toes, it's just your tooth. So,
No, but I do stub. I do stub.
no, that's pretty good. Oh, I stub all the time. I think that's a good how I mean, what other angle do you go with that, I guess, right?
I guess just the look of like really expensive cars with all this cool new technology, I guess, but we're not like super, we're not like
Bougie.
bluff with all these cars.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. That's not bad. Not a
Okay.
bad what's the word I'm
Defense.
looking for? Um
Rebuttal? Rebuttal.
no, but I'll take it.
Okay. Rabooty? Rabooty.
That's not a bad booty.
I like it.
Not a bad defendation, if you will, a defense.
Defendation.
Yeah.
That's way worse than Rabooty.
No, Rebooty's awesome.
Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm talking trash on the one and only Millie Vanilli.
Whoa,
What?
whoa, whoa,
Take
whoa,
take a
whoa,
moment.
whoa,
I know.
whoa.
Obviously, they were known for the whole lip sync debacle, but I want you to defend Millie Vanilli, and I want to basically ask you how serious it was of the situation back when it happened. Hmm.
So Rob and Fab. Um I
My
okay, so
brothers.
I'm not yeah, no, I don't know which one's dead. Uh
Aw,
yeah, one of them I think overdosed or killed himself or something. It
jeez.
wasn't like right after the thing happened. It was,
Oh,
it was
okay.
a little beyond that. So he had other issues and stuff. It was kind of a big deal because it was the first time anything like that had really happened.
Right, scandal.
Um, yeah, and if you listeners don't know what we're talking about, then there was a guy who basically sang all the songs, and Milli Vanilli, the band, was
Mm-hmm.
kind of a shim sham, and they were out there lip syncing, and nobody knew about. How did it break? Did you research it? Like how people found out
Ooh,
about it?
I'm not sure. I wish
Yeah,
I would have known, but I thought you would have known because you lived
yeah.
through it.
I mean, it was
But
such a
that's
long
okay.
time ago, though. As far
Right,
as
right, right.
somebody that was an inside person probably was like, "I'm gonna break this shit wide open," and
Yeah.
it was so famous at the time. It was such a dumb scandal. You know what I mean? Because it's
Yes.
kind of like, who cares, especially now.
Right.
But
Mhm.
back then, it ruined their career because then, I think they tried to go on to have like a legit singing career, and nobody was buying it.
Wow.
But I mean, the songs were super catchy. "Blame It on the Rain," "Girl, You Know It's
Yeah.
True." I mean,
Blame it on
they were
the
like they were some chart topping singles, and that's probably why it was more of a big deal because it's like, hey, you fooled us, and we don't like that, you know.
Yeah,
So
maybe the original singer was just like a Christopher Cross, and they were like, we just need a face for
right,
this. You could get the
and
money.
exactly, and that's how it started with
Mhm.
some studio exec, right? That was his
Yeah.
idea, and he didn't get in trouble for it. But I can defend it by saying that those songs were super catchy. They were super timely. They were great for the era,
Hmm.
and the videos were decent. I mean, everybody
Yeah,
liked
yeah.
them. You
No, and
know?
they were really good-looking dudes. Like,
Yeah.
it kind of made sense why.
I mean, they weren't Scandinavian, but they were pretty good
Oh
looking
my
dudes.
God. Full
No,
circle,
but
full circle.
I like if I'm, driving down the street today and that comes on my radio, I'm not changing it. I'm turning it up. It didn't affect people like that. I think
Right.
people would still listen to the songs, just like Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson songs. In fact, I just watched Michael the other day. Um,
Yay.
I finally streamed it because it was like $5.99,
Mm-hmm.
and I had credits anyway. I didn't even pay for it actually, but anyway, I thought it was pretty decent.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you
I
like
loved it.
an artist's music and there's a biopic, you're gonna like the movie,
Right.
even if it's trash.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, it was no Walk the Line, but it was still a
Ooh.
pretty decent movie. Because I like the music.
I believe there's going to be a part two, so I'm
Well,
excited
the
for
way
that.
they ended it, there looks like there's going to be a part two at least. Yeah,
Hmm.
but no, I would
Okay.
defend Milli Vanilli by saying it was timely. It was important for the time because people loved the music, they loved the videos, they loved the dudes. For a very short time until they figured out what
Hmm.
was going on. Well, they didn't figure it out. Somebody said something,
I think
but
people were mad just because they got.
that's what I'm saying. People don't
Yeah.
like to feel like they were fooled. So
Hmm.
it was big, but it was small, really.
Okay, very cool. I like the just knowing that you even knew the guys' names.
Yeah, of course.
I look it up and you're like so off. You just made them. They
You're like,
don't
those
sound
aren't good.
realistic, but
No, I mean, I've made up stuff on this podcast before, so you never know.
fact check, fact check. Okay, well that goes perfectly into the where are they now, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So I guess I'll start. My choice this week is Lacey Chabert. Is that how you say it?
Oh yeah.
I feel like I always say it wrong.
Party
While
five.
most people know her for her role as Gretchen Wieners in Mean Girls, of course,
Not
others
me.
may forget her earlier roles like Claudia in Party of Five, and of course, one of my favorites, the voice of Eliza Thornberry in The Wild Thornberries.
Yeah.
Besides, besides those big roles, she's done over 40 Hallmark movies, Dad. 40
What?
Hallmark movies. I had no idea she was like the queen of Hallmark. I was researching and I was like, damn, that's 40 films? That's a
How is
lot.
that even possible?
Right. And she just premiered in a new Hallmark limited series called Paris is Always a Good Idea, just last month in July. So crazy. And she's really like marketing herself because she even has her own 1950s inspired Hallmark product line with like dishware and stuff like that. And I would have never known if I didn't look this up. But yeah, she has like her own brand and she's doing like she's busy. And I just think that's so cool. But in a sense, I feel kind of bad because I don't watch Hallmark. I mean, there's a definite market for like, middle-aged women watching those. You know what I mean? Like there's a market. It's just not my market.
It's a
Um,
certain middle-aged woman that watches Hallmark movies. It's a small
yeah.
demographic,
Yeah.
but it's big enough to where it's a thing, right? I mean, they pay people like if you're A-list actress or even a B-list actress, you make
Mm-hmm.
$5 to $10 million per movie. The A-listers make 20 to 25 million per movie. How much do you make for a Hallmark movie? Do you think like half a million or something like that?
I'm going for like maybe a quarter,
Maybe a quarter.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, but it has to be something significant if you're whipping out 40. Like, I don't know. That's a lot. Like, that's so crazy to me. But while you think about that, my fun fact about her is that she was Meg's voice in Family Guy in season one before Mila Kunis took over in season two.
I knew
So
that.
super cool. Yeah, I knew
Yeah,
that too. But I know she has a lot of voice acting credits, and yeah, it was really just cool learning about her. So I think it was a fun Where Are They Now? It's not your typical, oh well, they were a child actor and then they went to school kind of a thing, and now they just do things behind the camera.
right.
So I like this one.
That is cool. Even if she's making 200,000 a movie, that's like 8 million over 40 movies. So that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, quick math, love it.
Yeah. So that's a cool one. I like that because I remember watching her in Party of Five. I
Hmm.
watched that thing. I probably watched every episode. So,
Dang.
but I also liked. I mean, Bailey was a good character with what's his name, Scott Wolf, um, and then Matthew Fox was in that. Michael, yeah, Matthew Fox, right?
I've
Yeah.
never seen that show.
Oh, you would like Party of Five.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it translates now as well. It's been a long time,
Hmm.
but it's funny to talk about the '90s like they were just forever ago, but they kind of were. My Where Are They Now? You've probably never heard of, and that's why I picked him.
Okay.
And his name was Yahoo Serious. I
Are
didn't make
you
that up.
serious?
I am serious. So,
Wow.
Australian comedian Yahoo Serious became an unlikely Gen X celebrity when Young Einstein became an international hit in the late 1980s. Movie called Young Einstein. Look it up. So I looked this guy up because I haven't heard of him in forever since
Hmm.
probably the '80s. Really, it's pretty. It's pretty weird. Um,
Is he a murderer?
so no, but after making only a handful of movies, he largely disappeared from Hollywood and public life. He's now 73 years old and was featured on A Current Affair a year ago as a squatter in Sydney, Australia. Oh, how the
Wow.
mighty have fallen down
Oh.
under. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, he's not in a good place right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that stinks, but it's kind of a. I mean, I really have to look this person up because I have no reference at all.
Yahoo Serious.
That's an insane name.
It is an insane name, and it's a weird story. And yeah, he's not doing anything right now. In fact, I don't think he has any money, so he's probably taking Venmo.
Yeah, he's doing cameos. You better sign up.
Shoot, I think he's not even doing that because nobody knows who the hell he is.
Okay, Fiverr then.
If I was
People
on,
still do Fiverr?
if I were him, I would walk around with a movie poster of me.
You're like, that's me.
Yeah, I was in that movie.
That's cool. Yeah, so out of left field. All right, that's
You
cool.
know,
I'm gonna go ahead and take the W on that one.
I'll give you, but I'm taking the W on the next one because I have a great topic.
Aw, okay. Well, I'll start then, so
Okay.
you can one up me. Our next topic is favorite childhood memory, and this is one of my most favorite things, and I'm surprised I waited so long to talk about it, was watching American Idol and getting to vote. And I would love, especially the like Ford music videos that they would make with all the contestants. Oh, I just love it, especially the early seasons. Um, and basically, my fun fact is my favorite American Idol person is still Adam Lambert. I don't care what no one says.
Come at me.
Yeah, come at me, Ro.
10 toes, dead ass.
Oh, 20 Toes, so much dead ass.
Damn.
And he just
Okay.
came out with a new album, so get it.
It's probably trash.
Hey, shut the fuck up. Don't talk shit about him.
Okay, so American Idol AI.
You loved it. I mean, come on. I
I
feel
like
like
the
it's
first. I like
so
the first, few seasons. It was
yeah.
fresh and original, and it was one of the first of its kind. You're right.
Okay, fine. What up me? Just go already.
So, one of my favorite childhood memories, and I was reminded of this from ChatGPT when I was doing some stuff the other day. I didn't, and then when I was like, "Oh my God, you're so right, Chat. Thank you," because we have a relationship, my chat and I, and I've taught it a bunch of things, and it's taught me things. We spend a lot of time together because
Hmm.
I edit a lot of videos. It helps me with thumbnails and all kinds of stuff. So I don't know if it's still around though. I didn't really research it. I'm kind of like you. I didn't do any research, but
Hey, I did a lot of
um,
research.
I'm just kidding. For Gen X kids, Scholastic book order forms were basically Amazon printed on a piece of paper. You circled what you wanted, brought money to school, and waited.
Hmm.
Um, when that Scholastic book order hit the classroom, dude, that was the best day to go to school.
You want to know a
And
fun fact?
no, not yet. I
Oh
remember
my
it
God.
like I remember it like it was yesterday. Scholastic school book clubs actually date back to 1948. Don't know if you knew that.
Mm-mm.
Meaning the tradition was already decades old when I got into it, and I remember that stupid order form, just ordering joke books and posters and Garfield books and Choose Your Own Adventures and Shel Silverstein books, and it was like, dude, this was like one of the funnest days because you brought, I don't know, $20, you
Right.
ordered everything, and you came back and you got like two books and a poster and a Mad Lib and a little Garfield thing. I'm like, dude, this was the best thing ever.
Hmm.
I mean, it really got kids into books, into stuff like
Hmm.
that, into that kind of media, and it was fun.
Yeah, no, it was a huge thing for me growing up too. And I was gonna say the fun fact is that I just got the Scholastic Book Fair order form in Hunter's backpack yesterday.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, yep.
That's
But
cool.
it's not like as detailed as it used to be, or at least from when I grew up. I mean, it kind of was like a little magazine, right?
It was a
I
few
don't.
pages long.
Okay, but for Hunters, it was just like one page, just like one. You
Oh,
just opened just once, and I was like, oh
well,
man,
there might be thing like when I went to school, there was less censorship and things you couldn't do, and
yeah,
so there's more regulations on things like that now, where there's probably
true,
only certain things that are approved. You know what I mean? But
true.
do they have like what kind of things are on it? Is it just
So it's kind of like, um, what are
is
those
there like
books called?
reading book, coloring books, posters? Is there an
There's
assortment of
still
things?
like a lot of like posters, still a lot of little cutesy things. I'm sure at the actual, school site because I worked in a school last year
Right.
still, and they had I mean, we had still a book fair. I don't know, I think it was like twice a year,
Yeah.
and like beginning of school and then like towards the end of school year, and they still have like all those little posters and all the little gadgets and little fidgets and stuff. They have a ton of books, and they even have like a little clearance section, which is like my favorite to go through.
Hmm.
I always get a book from the school fair for myself because they're always like some kind of Jack or Sally book. So I have a couple that are from there and
That's
super cool.
cool.
But
I'm obviously
um,
taking the win.
yeah, this year, um, on his order form, it's just like a QR code. So I haven't actually clicked it, but I'm sure once you actually put in the QR code on your phone, like there's probably way more that they show.
Right. All right. What's your random fact?
Oh, okay. So similar to the last episode, I'm going to turn the random fact into a trivia question for you again.
Okay.
And it is another YouTube related trivia question. So you probably know this, but we'll see. So, what was the first video on YouTube to reach 1 billion views? Do you know
A
just
billion?
off the top? Yeah.
Gangnam Style?
Ooh, that's one of the options. So I'll give you the options now. A, Charlie bit my finger and it really hurt. B,
Hmm.
Evolution of Dance. C, Gangnam Style. Or D, Numa Numa.
Um, It could be evolution of dance. I'm gonna stick with my answer.
Ooh, it's evolution of dance.
Okay.
And of course, that's like one of the first videos I ever saw.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, it's really cool. It was uploaded in 2006 and became the first YouTube video to hit 1 billion. And yeah, I just thought it was just one of those cool little fun facts.
That is a cool fun fact. My random fact is something that you probably didn't get to experience, but Columbia House. Um, Remember the ridiculous offers like 12 records or CDs for a penny? You don't, but I do, and everyone in my gen remembers it. So the catch was that you joining enrolled you in a music club purchasing system with additional obligations. So
Oh,
you picked out the 12 you wanted for a penny, the 12 CDs.
huh.
That's you joining up. Then you paid them like a penny, and they sent you the 12 CDs in the mail.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like you have to buy three at regular price within the next year, and that's how they made their money because they were not paying hardly anything for these CDs that they would sell you, and they were normal CDs that were out and about. They
Mm-hmm.
were popular and stuff, but they got heavy discounts on them, so that's how they could make money on that deal. And I remember everybody was always not paying their Columbia House because they would get their 12 free, and then they would just ghost them.
Oh.
Um, and you would just do it with another name, and you would get 12 more that you wanted
I
for a
mean, that's
penny.
cool. It's kind of like one of the first subscriptions, it sounds like. But
Yeah,
was it like infomercial style, like where it was on
no,
like TV,
you
or you
get
just had to get sent
no,
it
you
through the
get a little
mail?
little paper info thing in the mail, like a little paper
Oh,
card
okay.
thing, or in magazine inserts. They'd be in there
Oh,
too.
okay.
And yeah, this was before online or anything. You had to fill it out, and they send it to you in the mail, and then they hoped that you stayed on the program to
Hmm.
actually pay them the money for what you owed them. Most people didn't. There was also one called BMG Music that came a couple years later, same format. You get like 10 or 12 for a penny, and then you're supposed to buy a two or three over the next year, full price. Their
Hmm.
full price, by the way, was like $29.99 for each CD. Yeah,
Damn, I was
exactly.
wondering.
It was gouging, and that's probably what pissed people off and why they didn't continue the program. Um, but yeah, I probably had three or four of them going with fake names and stuff like that. That's how I
Dang.
got.
I
That's how I
mean,
got.
that's kind
I
of
got a lot
cool
of
though.
CDs that way. But I mean, there was no checks and balances and weights and measures. There was nothing to like. What are they going to do? Drive down to your house and knock on your door and be like, "Hey, you owe
Right.
us for those three
That's
CDs,"
what I would have thought as a child. Like, I was
Yeah.
scared.
It was
Hmm.
fun, but it became an enormous force in music distribution. It was like Amazon before Amazon, except you had these little stamps that you would stick on. They were like little stamps basically, and you would
Hmm.
stick your little 12 choices on, and then send the little mailer back.
That's
And
cute. It's kind of like you know how Netflix was before.
it's kind of like Scholastic for my generation, I guess, for
Yeah, yeah.
music, you know.
Cool.
But
I
yeah,
like
I
how
remember that.
it kind of bled into that. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool. Okay. I personally never heard of that before, but I could see how that was like a nostalgic thing for you.
yeah.
Okay. Well, last category is our burning question. So
Okay.
for you, I have this. Growing up, what was an invention or technology that you thought was really mind blowing for the time? For me, um, it was definitely like, I think it's called like TiVo, like the fact that you could like set a reminder
Boop,
to
boop.
record your
Yeah,
show, or I think maybe you could just literally just have it set to record your show,
yeah. The
and then
DVR.
watch them later. And I just thought that's so freaking cool. Because you didn't even have to, watch the award show or watch your favorite new episode. You could just, record it.
Yeah, it was a DVR, which is
Yeah,
digital
DVR.
video recording, and it was TiVo branded it, and they were huge for a long time actually,
Yeah.
and until everybody started, getting the technology that they probably should have patented. I don't know, but
Hmm.
um, soon after everyone started doing it. I think TiVo went out of business, but it was a big because you would use it as a verb. I'm TiVoing this, I'm
Right,
TiVoing
right.
that, and
Hmm.
people still say that, but they don't mean that the actual thing, because
Right.
it's whatever they have at the time. Because Dish Network, DirecTV, they all have the whole TiVo thing, if you will,
Hmm.
But it's not like anyone says I'm DVRing it. A technology I thought was cool at the time when I was growing up, I would say when we got our first Atari,
Oh, okay.
um, that the fact that you could, because I grew up going to like 7-Eleven or arcades where that's where you played the big stand-up arcade game and you put your
Yeah.
quarters in. And to have a system in your home where you can play game and then go out and buy other games once you got tired of that game, that was
Hmm.
kind of a big deal. I mean, it was a lot
I
of
bet.
entertainment for the family, for the kids, because it was also cheaper in the long run, when you bought that system, and you don't have to give your kids, all these quarters to go out and play in arcades.
Well, yeah, I
Um,
mean, it reminds me of like when we would all sit as a family, playing Wii or, Guitar Hero,
yeah.
all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I just thought that was really cool too.
And
So
that's the other
yeah.
thing too. It brings your family together and stuff, or brings you
Hmm.
together with your brother or sister to play games. And I think it was just for the time, because without that, you wouldn't have all the stuff you have now.
Oh
So
yeah,
it was
evolution for sure.
pretty groundbreaking.
Yeah.
So my
Okay,
burning
cool.
question for you is, and it's not really a trivia question, it's just think about it and answer. Which Gen X movie would never get made today?
Which Gen X movie would never get made today?
And there's a lot of them, because they're inappropriate, because they cross the line, because it's just a different culture, the whole woke society thing.
I'm like literally only thinking of like 90s movies. Um, I'm pretty sure you have a list.
I got a couple, yeah.
I don't know. I gotta think about it.
So, for example, The Bad News Bears, 1976, and it's been remade a couple times, featuring kids drinking and smoking and
Mm,
cussing. Modern studio executives would have a heart attack with something like that nowadays, because you can't portray kids doing that kind of thing and acting
right.
like that. Revenge of the Nerds has been highly regarded as one of the movies that could never get remade today, with the same kind of actions that took place in the original 1984 film, because you can't treat women like that. You can't
Oh,
talk
okay. I
about
have one. I
you
have
can't
one.
talk about
It
you can't
has to
talk
be.
about nerds anymore.
It has to be Weird Science. That's like
Yeah,
the
I've got
ultimate
yeah,
objectifying kind of a film that could never
yeah,
be. Yeah.
definitely. That's what it's all
Yeah.
about. It's that whole movie is just about objectifying women.
Literally.
So, but
I was like,
that's
wait, I have one.
no, that's a good answer. That's a good answer. That's why stuff like that kind of holds up to people of my generation, because it's like, man, you couldn't get away with all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Cool, cool, cool.
Okay, well, that's another episode of Defend Your Gen. Now it's your turn to settle the debate. Did Team Millennial take the win this week, or did Gen X prove that they had the better stories? Head over to our social media and cast your vote. We love hearing your memories and seeing who you think made the stronger case. If today's episode unlocked new forgotten memories, be sure to follow, subscribe, share the podcast with someone who grew up watching TRL trading Pokemon or singing with a hairbrush in the bedroom. Until next week, keep the nostalgia alive and keep defending your generation.
Bye bye.
Bye.